little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. Swear they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, here's Xavier Ligon. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, like, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The NFL's active leader in sacks, Von Miller. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. 3rd and long. Here's Williams. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
On 2nd down, the pass rush gets home and he goes down. Darius Alexander working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and will have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the second time. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high. But it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He was brought down by Malik Harrison.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it's going to be 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Dolphins are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And it'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Big Sheldon Rankin. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. That is the Pro Bowl safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
From 31, here's 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Portland Sutton, touchdown Miami. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. Sideline kick, up and good. And the Dolphins are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king.
In trouble, and down he goes. Michael Voigt getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the 1st half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down. They'll look to pick up the pace.
And a Patriot 1st down.
19. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That's caught by Eckler. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To the air again is Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Go jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang six on the defense.
Has caught Gesicki on the right.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. So on fourth down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That is caught downfield by Tuck. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Daniel's trying to get his guys to line up quickly. From the 50, he'll set him to throw. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. What a big play there for New England. Pickup of 46 yards. Eckler. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. They'll try and go up tempo here as they hustle to the line.
7-yard line.
Again, it'll be Eckler. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Ready.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll go with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Jaden Daniels, touchdown Patriots. The extra point by Butker is good, and the Patriots are on the board. It's 10-7. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. Leggett on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jenkins. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day 1, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, New England. Butker's extra point is good. And the Pats are on top. It's 14-10. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Leggett on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Here's Daniel. He gets this complete, finding Adams. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
On the give, it's Eckler. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
19 sight, 19, ready, 60 average, 60 average.
They'll throw with Daniels. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll take it on in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Patriots are out to a 21-10 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Leggett on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference that when they kicked the touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If the game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes, and not have significantly different game flow come over.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good for another Miami
They send Sutton in motion. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he will score. Game on. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Dolphins. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Lining up for a two-point conversion.
They'll let McCaffrey try to run it. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. He'll drop this down for Eckler. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handles. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniel connects with Pop on the slant. And they'll take this first down inside the 35. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, New England.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here we go. Check, Panthers.
Here's Eckler. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Now Daniels. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it's come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. They're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins.
That's Harrison in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Dolphins, first down.
That's
First
Harrison
and 10
in motion.
47-yard line.
Throw it again. It's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Gesicki, the man in motion. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. On the move past the 40. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now, on 2nd and long.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. The game hanging in the balance, and a critical 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, this is Kendrick Miller. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.
check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.